Well, we were discussing about various measures of emotional intelligence, how best emotional intelligence can be assessed and measured. We discussed various types of or various modes of measuring emotional intelligence. One way is through projective test, another is psychometric test. In our last lecture, we were discussing about different techniques of projective test. For example, thematic apperception test, TAT, then WAT. This is called word association test. Thematic apperception test. The third one is called SRT, situation reaction test. There is one more called SJT, situation judgment test. How a person judges difficult emotional situations and take appropriate decisions, that determines a person's emotional maturity or one's stability without getting involved emotionally in the situations. In our daily life, we often encounter with various situations that is often encountered with unrealistic situations. As for example, suppose you are walking on the road and then suddenly you saw a snake in front of you. You never had any prior knowledge how to deal with the snake, but with your experience and exposure in various encounters, watching movies, practical life situations where people have dealt with snakes in this kind of situation, you try to recall those experiences and apply on the spots, and then you start applying those experiences and then try to get rid of the situation. So, this is how people often relate to themselves to different situations they have encountered in their lives. Another situation is, suppose there is a very emotional situations. You lost one of your closed one, how you are being affected by that. Even say for examples like traumatic situations, when we assess various psychological symptoms of PTSD, post traumatic stress disorders, like say for example, people affected by cyclone, tsunami, any kind of natural disaster or man-made disasters, how people cope with those situations and how quickly they come out of those tragic events, and the quick recovery of from adversity or tragic events is an indicator or sign of one's emotional maturity or emotional coping skills. So, emotional coping itself acts as a or an indicator of one's emotional intelligence. In form of word association test, it is a test by the help of which say for a series of words are given to the candidates or the subjects, and the subject is asked to write a full sentence making use of those words. Say for I have listed a group of words like anxiety, tension, happy, sorrow, like this combination of both positive and negative words, or say for example like black, white. So, how the person connects his ideas, thoughts and feelings and express them in form of a full sentence, that will be an indicator of his actual original feelings or the state of his emotions. So, by the help of those sentences, we can evaluate the emotional patterns of his behavior or his orientation towards emotional situations. And we have already discussed about TAT through picture perception test, creating emotional situations. We could observe the behavioral patterns, the personality traits, the personality orientation of a person to how he reacts to a given situations. So, these are in a nutshell. I am not going into detail because we will be more focusing on psychometric test, because these tests are what we call very complex in nature. Complexity, they are time consuming, this is otherwise we call the weaknesses, the weakness of projective test. This is very complex process. Pattern of responses are very difficult to analyze. It is very time consuming. It requires special expertise. It requires lots of efforts. So, due to this nature of test administration and analysis, yes, difficult to analyze, because it is subjective, more subjective in nature. So, these are some of the weaknesses of this projective test. So, which often restrict us to make frequent use of this test in the analysis of emotional intelligence. But however, it is the best way of evaluating one's deep state of emotional affairs as it goes into a deep analysis of one's behavior. But when we talk about the scientific nature of our analysis, then we look into the psychometric test. So, why psychometric test is preferred over the projective test? Because it is more scientific in nature, we can quantify, but in projective test it is very difficult to quantify the responses. Second, it is based on metric principles, easy to interpret, and analyze. It is less subjective, and it takes less time, effort, and it is also cost effective in terms of money and efforts, money, time and efforts. And well, nowadays computerized tests are also available. So, with a little bit of training, anybody can administer having computer knowledge. So, these are some of the advantages of psychometric test for EQ assessment. However, it has got also some disadvantage. The commercialization, too much commercialization brings misuse of the test. Second, there is a chances of faking. Say for in terms of rating scales. In terms of force choices, manipulation occurs in terms of original responses, while attempting test based on forced choices. So, forced choices means yes or no format. Say for example, neither of these two categories that applies to the subject, then the subject is misled, is unable to decide. The kind of response he or she gives may not be accurate to the situations, right. And these are some of the possible features that makes the test weakness, but however, this is the best way to analyze one's pattern because it is more scientific. It is more scientific in nature, means it has objectivity, reliability, and also certain norms are there to compare and contrast between subjects, between individuals, between groups also. Well, while coming across various measures of global test, get some paper. So, the whole measurement of EQ can be global and local. So, local means national or Indian, and global means international. International. So, in the history of EQ test assessments, we have seen that nowadays large number of global tests are available such as I have just gathered few of them, but nowadays there are many more has come up and published in scientific journals, books and magazines. So, I have just documented 4 or 5 important global measures. The first global measures we have ever come across is called the Barron EQ test. So, this is highly popular as it came out for the first time in the field of psychology, creating a lot of impact in the psychology community and also among the health professionals, as the test extends up to the assessment of EQ, health, happiness and coping with stress. So, looking at the multiple facets of the scale, psychologists have tried to make use of this test for multiple uses. However, thereafter many other techniques and tools have come up. One such tool is called EQ mapping. This test is based on the mixed model approach of emotional intelligence. This test is also published in the book Emotional Intelligence in Business, written by Robert Cooper and Iman Sobov. This is a very wonderful book, completely shows the application of emotional intelligence in organizational context, how it applies to teams, how it applies to leaders, enhancing leadership skills, and enhancing performance, maintaining happiness and coping with stress at workplace. Then the third tool is known as emotional competence inventory. This is based on the Goleman's model of emotional intelligence. Boyatis, Goleman and his colleagues, they developed this tool by identifying certain EQ skills and competencies, putting them into their theoretical framework in the year 1999. We will be discussing about all those facets in our discussion when we will move forward. Then another very important and widely used test of emotional intelligence is known as Mayer-Salovey-Caruso emotional intelligence test. However, this test was first developed by Mayer and Salovey, Mayer-Salovey emotional intelligence scale, and rather latter they included the perspectives of the research work of Caruso. So, that is why the next revised tool of Mayer-Salovey-Caruso emotional intelligence scale. This scale was based on the ability model of EI. Then Barron's model, Barron's EQI. EQI was based on Barron's model, that is personality driven. ECI, emotional competency model, based on Goleman's model. Yeah, we have also seen one of the famous and very popular EQ test developed by a group of psychologists in Japan, that is called EQ Japan Inc. in the year 1998. So, these are some of the important global measure of emotional intelligence now available in the commercial markets, published by various agencies such as Barron's EQ and EQ mapping. These are published by Multi Health System. Likewise, many of them are published by various other agencies. There is also another popular emotional intelligence test available in the market is called trait emotional intelligence, that is developed by Farnham and colleagues. But during the last more than 10 years, a lot of research work have been conducted in Indian settings. Even I myself has published so far 2 important volumes taking Indian research and perspective into considerations. In the year 1997, this is my first book on emotional intelligence, perspective in organizations. This is a unedited volume. This was first time edited by Dr. Ravindra Kumar Pradhan, myself, and Professor Punya Mathuru, one of the very widely well known psychologist in India, retired from IIT Delhi from Department of Humanities and Social Science. In fact, this is a very unique book and very original in its nature, unique in its nature, that it documents a large number of research works pertaining to 3 important domains, such as it covers first the fundamental theoretical concept and measurements, and covering 4 important chapters, where important topics like theory of mind, its approaches to understanding emotion has been highlighted by Nandita Babu and his colleague. Professor Babu is currently a leading psychologist in India and heading the Department of Psychology in University of Delhi. The second chapter was written by myself and one of my research scholar. We both tried to emphasize on the psychometric status of emotional intelligence, where we have brought out how different emotional intelligence tools are available across the globe and in India, and how they have tried to measure by different perspective and approaches. That shows the different psychometric status of emotional intelligence developed by psychologists. And the third chapter focuses on emotional intelligence research in India. This is one of the very important conceptual paper developed by one of the a very well known psychologist, widely known in India, Nuthan Kumar S. Thingjam. Now, he had shifted from Pune University to one of the well known central university located in northeast. And the 4th chapter was titled as Emotional Intelligence and Personality, where 2 psychologists from Defense Institute of Psychological Research, where psychology has been exclusively researched and applied in different sectors. More than 200 psychologists in India are working for defense. They both of them tried to link what are the relationship between the concept of emotional intelligence and personality parameters. Wonderful, they have elaborated both the concept and has brought out the interrelationship between the 2 subjects. Going further, this book also emphasize how emotional intelligence has been applied in education and home environment, where 2 psychologists try to emphasize upon the impact of physical attributes of family on emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence and its academic achievements, finding the interrelationship. This was written by Vinod Kumar Sanol, one of the important, or you can say the one of the important psychologist in the domain of emotional intelligence. He is a leading psychologist in the field of emotional intelligence research. Then later on, another defense psychologist, Dr. Y.K. Nagle, who tried to emphasize and find out what are the correlates of emotional intelligence competencies and emotional creativity. In the last section, which is the most important in nowadays, pertaining to both industrial and organizational psychology to the management sectors, where people have tried to examine the relevance of emotional intelligence. So, when we come back, we will try to examine what exactly which are the domains that has been explored by Indian psychologists in applying and assessing emotional intelligence at workplace. Thank you.